Let's get to the bottom of this one. Unspoken truths that I miss one. Tap into the minds of the people, rather acknowledge before I dismiss one. Atheists, Muslim, Christians, Buddhists, they all got usage. All got perspective, it's a collective. Get to the bottom where the truth is, where the heart's uncovered. Where you detox from all of the lies you smothered. What them tries could have killed you, but with faith you recover. Yeah, peel off the makeup, we finna take off. Never said it'd be a cakewalk. Meditate till we charged up. Execute goes regardless. Decalcify my pineal. Breaking language barriers, we saw millennials. Planets passing age rotations, down me we owe. So down me we know. Sometimes we can be slow, that's why my ears open. Every drop you add could complete the ocean. Speak up, play your part too. Been vulnerable, it's an art tool. Reflect on all the juice like torture. It's on you, tell the truth.
Yeah, we about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. Listen. Yeah, aim in the fit so you see in the mirror. Play with your focus and watch it get clear. Polish your crown, turn it up if you wear it. You live in the root, release what you're fearing. And watch it all rise, the righteous will hear it. They calling us twisted, I'm not even caring. Because it's unseen, the mind is too barren. They won't even heal it, they pass it to cheering. We over here healing, conversing and listening. Know that the truth isn't always appealing, but end it with healing and find your beginning. Frequency positive, what you receiving. Perception is up to you, what you believing. What you retrieving, mentally speaking. Life that they breathing, no words from a heathen. Don't know it all, but together undefeated. Conversation, rather want it, you need it. Could fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the tribe with the students and teachers. All got a voice, we the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Conversation, rather want it, you need it. Could fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the tribe with the students and teachers. All got a voice, we the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Hey. Yeah. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. Praying for truth cause the world is so fickle. Keeping my mental how clean as a whistle. Attention's a trap, they can lead you astray. Sneering this ship through the storm and the haze. Real conversations are lost in the greed. Others get lost in the web that it weaves. Sift through the rhetoric, uncover schemes. Knowledge inherited, this is imperative. I got a lot on my mind and I'm sharing it. Apples to oranges, it ain't no comparisons. I'm the type that'll never break character. I'm the type to make memories and cherish them. Trust intuition and doubt of disparity. Pursuing the echoes of wisdom. Chasing that moment of clarity. Conversation rather one if you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the track with the students and teachers. All got a voice who the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Conversation rather one if you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the track with the students and teachers. All got a voice who the ears that'll listen. Who the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen.
It's on you, tell the truth.
Peace. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
I don't ever have anybody to test my microphone with at the beginning of the time. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Okay, well, I don't know what to do. Hold on.
Wait, can you not hear us?
It's a good question. Can you hear us, Kim? I don't think she can.
Because she can't hear us. We can hear her.
Right.
See, now we can't hear her.
Nope.
She might still be having problems with her computer.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
We can hear you.
I don't have anybody to ever test my stuff out beforehand, so I apologize, everybody. It does what it does, and it doesn't when it doesn't. So I don't know. So I didn't hear the intro either. It was playing, I guess.
Yeah,
Peace,
I could hear it.
peace. I'm your host, Universe Badger, founder of A Little Assistance Safe Healing LLC. I'm an integrative holistic health practitioner and herbalist, and Reiki spiritual healer, and founder of Unseen Twisted Truths LLC. Tonight we are exploring a topic that has fascinated spiritual speakers, philosophers, and curious minds for generations. The 12th spiritual dimensions. Are they different levels of consciousness, stages of spiritual growth, symbolic representations of our inner journey, or something else entirely? Some believe humanity evolves through different levels of awareness, while others believe every lesson we learn needs to exist right here in the present moment. Tonight isn't about proving who's right or wrong. It's about listening, learning, and sharing perspectives with an open mind. Because here, we are the ears that will listen and where your opinion matters. Golden Eagle, can you read the deeper meaning?
Yes. The idea of spiritual dimensions appears in many philosophies and traditions. Some view them as actual planes of existence, while others see them as metaphors for expanding consciousness. The first dimensions focus on existence and survival, while the higher dimensions represent love, wisdom, unity, and ultimately returning to source. Many spiritual teachings also suggest that God isn't confined to any dimension at all. Instead, God is a creator of every dimension, existing beyond time, space, and human understanding. Whether you see the dimensions literally or symbolically, they invite one important question. Can expanding our awareness change the way we experience life? Let's have a good conversation.
Uh-oh. Golden Eagle?
Yes.
I can't hear anything again.
Could anyone else hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you guys hear me or no?
We
Yes.
can
I
hear you.
can.
Yeah.
No?
Yes.
Yes, but I can't hear none of you guys.
We can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. No, yeah. Her computer keeps on shutting off her microphone. She said not too long ago, so it might be that.
That's
Okay.
all right. I'm just going to shut my speakers off for right now. Anyways, so did you say let's have a good conversation?
Yes.
He did.
Okay. So do you believe conscious can evolve through different dimensions, or is it growth simply a part of human experience? And I'm going to ask you, Golden Eagle, what's your opinion?
Do I believe consciousness can evolve through different dimensions? Yeah, I do. I do. And I mean, also, obviously, I guess I agree with the entire question, or I think the answer would be yes, because I mean, growth is also a part of the human experience. So it's kind of like yes to both.
Okay. And Sacred Deer, welcome. Or do you want to be called Marley? I don't know what you want to be called.
I honestly forgot that was my display name. So
Oh. Do you believe conscious can evolve through different dimensions, or is growth simply a part of the human experience?
I just like kind of like what Golden Eagle said, I do believe because you can grow mostly from human experience, but consciousness can grow through different dimensions. Yes.
Okay. SGF Graham, peace.
Peace.
So what's your take? Do you believe conscious can evolve through different dimensions, or is it growth simply a part of the human experience?
Growth is simply part of the human experience to me. Those numbers are like all gematria and codex and Kabbalist codes. That you can't find them nowhere. No type of scriptures or biblical or Buddhist or no type of writing. It's just some human came up with them, and everybody said it sounds pretty good.
Okay. So, I agree with both. I do believe that growth is part of the human experience. Yet, I do believe that consciousness is beyond this realm. I do believe that it's infinite, just like our souls are. Yet, what we see as consciousness is different because a lot of people limit their consciousness of what they're seeing anyhow. So I see it as both too, in a different aspect though. So is awakening a single moment or a lifelong process of learning and unlearning? Golden Eagle. Oh, you're muted. Yeah.
Sorry, could you ask that again?
So
I see. Is
is
awakening.
awakening a single moment or is it a lifelong process of learning and unlearning?
Again, I think it's both. You know, it's something where we through life's experiences, we gradually, well, hopefully, we gradually get there. But it's also a single moment when you finally get there. It's kind of like the arrival. You know, you got the whole destination, and the journey's the longest part. You know, but eventually you get there. So it's kind of both again.
Okay. Sacred Deer, is awakening a single moment or is it a lifelong process of learning and unlearning?
I feel like it's more of a lifelong experience because at the first bit you might not understand it, and then you have to slowly, work your way up to understand it, and then you have to learn how to actually, do it.
Okay. Okay. S. Jeff Graham, do you believe that awakening is a single moment or a lifelong process of learning and unlearning?
You talking to me?
Yes.
Multiple single points through lifelong learning.
I agree also. I believe that I'm a true believer the past, present, and future are all within the now. It's about the dimension alignment that you are to experience that. That's my opinion. And I believe that it's a multiple moments because everything's just a moment. So it's multiple moments of learning and unlearning. So yeah, I believe the same. Golden Eagle, have you ever experienced a moment that completely changed the way you viewed yourself or reality?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, I've had more than one life-changing event or experience, and each one of those experiences changed how I saw things, including myself. So yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Sacred Deer, have you had an experience or a moment that completely changed the way you viewed yourself or reality?
Yeah. It, it wasn't, I wouldn't say completely changing, but yeah.
Okay. Now, for those that don't know, Sacred Deer has always been on a different view of things compared to most children around that age. Sacred Deer travels constantly within his sleep state of different realities and whatnot. So it's not your average, I suppose, person that has that. I think that as a kid, a lot of people see children and they think that, oh, they're just children. They don't. What do they know? They don't know nothing. Ask Jeff Graham. Children know a lot, don't they?
Yep. Yes, they do.
And the greatest thing about children, what they know compared to an adult, is they haven't allowed their imagination to stop or this world to change what they see. And that's really what affects us as adults, is when we allow this world to shift us into believing what they want us to believe. So, ask Jeff Graham, have you ever experienced a moment that completely changed the way you view yourself or your reality?
Practically every day. I challenge myself to break the mold. So yeah, intentionally every day.
Yeah. I'm agreeing too. And I wasn't always that way. I think that just happened since I've been allowing myself to be free. I'm a whole different person than I was 8 years ago. And I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for everything that I've ever went through, including the pain that helped me see differently. So I've had many moments that really shaped and changed my reality. One was freedom and learning to love myself. That was the greatest gift ever. Do you believe unconditional love is a higher state of consciousness, Golden Eagle?
Yes. Yeah, I
How
do.
about how about you, Sacred Deer? Do you believe unconditional love is a higher state of consciousness?
Yes. Yes, I do.
So I was talking to Sacred Deer one time, and I was asking what his purpose was, and he told me that his purpose was to experience self-love so that the world could see it through somebody. And I was in awe of a lot of things that Sacred Deer has said to me at a young age. I don't remember being like that, yet I've been in survival mode my whole life, so I didn't have a chance to be able to just be. So I'm grateful that he's got the mom he's got so that he has a chance to be who he is. So SGF Graham, have you ever experienced a moment that completely or no, do you believe unconditional love is a higher state of consciousness?
I ye- for the most part, yeah. For the most part.
I'm in that same boat as you. For the most part, yes, I do believe unconditional love is what we all should have, that discernment, and love is the answer. Is it a higher state of consciousness is crazy to me, because everybody should naturally feel that way. It shouldn't have to be a state of consciousness. Yet, like I said before, survival mode has made people be stuck in this mindset where love is far-fetched. Racism, hate, and greed are closer, which I can't wrap my head around. So, if God exists outside of time, what's that mean for the free will and destiny, Golden Eagle?
Uh, I I don't know that I have that answer. And the free will and destiny thing. It, it's been a while. I used to have the definitions to free will, destiny, and fate memorized, because I really studied them one time years ago. But I remember fate. The last word, the basic summary of the definition of fate was doom, which was kind of, I didn't realize the word fate was such a bleak. The definition was so bleak. But free will and destiny, they're almost contradictive. Destiny means that it's all predetermined, and how can we have destiny if we have free will? because it can't necessarily be predetermined if we actually have free will. So those two don't really, at least from my perspective, those don't go hand in hand. Those they contradict each other. But yeah, somehow I do believe that 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 we have both, even though they're contradictive of each other, and somehow God plays a role in them both too. So, but I think that's why I studied those three words so hard, because it was in the process of trying to understand my faith a little greater, and it was one of those things that led me to the conclusion that that God is it's there's just some things, man, it's just beyond our comprehension. And so how the North Pole and South Pole work together, on a magnet, how they're opposites but they're one. That's kind of how I just tried to accept it as that. It's all is one, and whether it's destiny or free will, they're somehow one and the same. And God plays his role, he plays his part, that's for sure. Plays a bigger role in it than we do, actually. That's just my personal beliefs.
So, Nothing Nice said something. He said, "Who, the one who is giving love or receiving love?" And that's a good answer, because some people see it as two different things, and I think it should be equal. I think the person that gives it should receive it, and I think that it should go hand in hand. And it's sad that it don't. So I do believe unconditional love should go hand in hand with receiving and giving. And I think it should be a natural thing that people just do without pride and ego and that lower
Unfortunately, it's
vibration
not.
mindset.
I mean, some people, it's a natural thing to hate,
Yeah.
and that's unfortunate, but that's why it's clearly a higher state of consciousness,
Mm.
because some people just aren't on that level, unfortunately, for them.
So I agree, definitely. That's it's contradicting itself for sure. So
Yeah.
Sacred Deer, if God exists outside of time, what does that mean for free will and destiny?
I feel like if God were to exist outside of time, our destiny would definitely be much higher than much people think. Because a lot of people think that free will and destiny, it kind of stops whenever they become what they call too old. Because there's a lot of people whose parents I know, they said that they think their destiny ended because they thought they already reached it. But if God were to exist out of time, it would definitely be a much higher destiny that we have, and not much people realize that, unfortunately.
Okay. How about you, S. Jeff Graham? If God exists outside of time, what does that mean for free will and destiny?
God does exist outside of time, but time exists within God, so time is still a real thing. Um, he's just not controlled by the time or by us. Free will and destiny to me is the same thing or whatever. I feel like the only reason people get them confused because they listen to religion construct the free will and destiny or whatever, but they literally one hand in hand with me or whatever, to me and my decision.
Okay. And for me, I believe that God does exist outside of time. It's the omnipresence of all. It's nothing that is constructed within the walls of a time space or a linear way of thinking. So I do believe that God is within also, as in without,
Oh,
outward. And between free will and destiny, I kind of believe that that's different too. I don't really feel that free will and destiny I don't believe we have a destiny. I honestly don't. I don't believe that there is a certain destination that we are stuck to reach. I believe we all have a purpose. And free will is limited. Some people allow free will to be limited within their limitations, which I don't think that should be neither. I think there should be no cap when it comes to free will. No age, no limit, no nothing in free will. I think it should be just like Omni, forever. Do you want to say something, Golden Eagle?
Yeah, I just wanted to throw in, the literal definition of destiny is the predetermined, inevitable course of events, or ultimate fortune or future assigned to a person. That being said, if it's predetermined, then how much free will do we really have? That's why I say that they're contradictory.
Mm-hmm.
Because if every choice and every action that we're going to make is predetermined, then that kind of destroys the actuality of free will. That means that the choices we make, they're predetermined, and they really weren't our choices to make anyway. So that they're that's why I say that the two are actually, as far as the literal definition, like not based on, obviously we all have different perceptions of it, but the literal definitions are contradictory.
No,
It makes it difficult to see one and the other. You know what I mean?
What word did you look up?
Destiny. The
Destiny.
definition of destiny. Yeah, the
Okay.
definition of destiny is the predetermined, inevitable course of events, or ultimate fortune or future assigned to a person. And so again, like I said, if it's predetermined, then how much free will do we actually have? If the choices that we make or are gonna make are already predetermined, then there really weren't our choices to have been made.
I
You know what
don't
I
want to
mean?
get too deep on free will because that'll be in one of our upcoming "What's Your Opinion." So I don't want to get stuck on that because I would love to have a whole hour on that subject alone.
Okay.
Well, hold up. The most original definition for destiny is I'm going with the most original, not the current definition, because things like to change. Your destiny is a magnetic pull of your own completed pattern. It says destiny is not a railroad track you're trapped on, and it is not a rigid script written by someone else already. It is when your magnetic pull to your desires and with a completed pattern, that is when your destiny pulls up. That is the most original definition.
Okay. Now, originally I was just speaking on when I researched it over 20 years ago and got it from the Oxford Dictionary. But like just now, I did it pretty much aligned with what I looked up 20 some years ago in the Oxford Dictionary. But what I just read there was just from, obviously from Google.
Liam said, "I don't think destiny and free will are mutually involved." I'm agreeing. I don't think they're mutually involved neither. Um, I believe in your purpose, and I do think that we have a purpose. I do believe though, what like as Jeff Graham said there about the magnetic alignment, it's all about if you live your life to your highest, fullest passion and excitement every single day and don't allow yourself to be stuck with limits, you will reach limitless. Yet people put a cap on their everything. So why they can't live to their highest, fullest excitement and passion. Like I said though, I want to really get on free will though because I already have the thumbnail made and whatnot, and that's going to be one of our "What's Your Opinions." So are the dimensions actually places, symbolic teachings, or something humanity has yet to fully overstand? Golden Eagle, what do you think?
Um, I think the spiritual dimensions, like we're discussing, I think those might be places in our minds or in our hearts, or I don't know that. I don't think that they're actually physical places, but probably more symbolic, I guess. But the second half of that question, is it Is it something that humanity is yet to fully understand? It's probably more. It's probably more that, and so it'd be hard to answer the question as a whole because it probably is more something that we haven't completely understood yet. But I also believe that dimensions in general, that there are multiple dimensions, and so I feel like those are more actual physical planes, too, though. So, but I think the dimensions we're discussing in the topic are probably more symbolic or metaphoric.
And I want to say this before Jeff Graham does, because I do believe that dimensions are actual places, yet it's the consciousness, whether we get to that conscious state or not. I don't believe this, though. The 12 spiritual dimensions are a real thing. I think it is something that man did come up with. I don't think it was something that was been passed on. I think it was something that man come up with, just so it can have a understanding of why people are the way they are.
Right.
And humanity, everything's supposed to be the way it is at this present moment for the greater of humanity. I do believe. SGF Graham, do you believe that our dimensions actually places symbolic teachings, or something humanity has yet to fully understand?
Whatever your mastery level is, I think it's all a personal one person journey. So my answer wouldn't be the same. Um, um, we got a sightseer that travels astral dimensional planes. Where we got people with different mastery levels up here, so we probably wouldn't attain things the same way. We might have some similar parallels, but it'd always be little different intricates that we earned or gained personally, in my opinion.
Yeah, I like that. How about you, Sacred Deer? Are dimensions actually places symbolic teachings, or is it something humanity hasn't yet to fully understand?
I mean, hold on, I just lost my train of thought. What was the question?
Are dimensions actually places symbolic teachings, or is it something humanity hasn't yet to fully understand?
I'd say both, because not many people, understand that it's good symbolic teaching, because it's not necessarily the easiest to grasp. It's more of something that you end up understanding along the way.
Okay. I can see where you come up with that, for real. I can, because in order for you to fully understand it, you would have to remove your belief systems and everything that you were taught your whole life by other people.
Yeah.
So I can see where you get that from. So Golden Eagle, can people exist in different levels of awareness while living in the same physical world? That's what SJ Graham was saying.
Yeah, absolutely. What was it, Meek Mill or Big Sean? There's levels to the shit.
What
Yeah.
did you say?
I can't remember if it was Big Sean or Meek Mill, but one of them said there's levels to this shit.
Oh,
I think both of them said it.
Yeah, that's right. They both did. That's right. Yeah. That's why I can't remember. That's right. But yeah,
so
it definitely can.
so how about you, Sacred Deer? Can people exist at different levels of awareness while living in the same physical world?
Yeah, because you can still like have, awareness of, who you are, what you are, and uh well, kind of everything in general, because no matter what, you're still gonna know, what you are and what your purpose is, as long as you know why.
Okay.
I don't know if that's understandable, but
Yeah, I get that.
It makes sense to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm gonna say, can people exist on different levels of awareness? Of course, and live in the same physical world, of course, because everybody. I told this to Sacred Deer, and I've mentioned this before. We both could look out the same window and have a different perspective of the view. It has nothing to do with people say there's a war going on or there was a war going on. I don't know. People talk about this person and that person doing something or been shot or misjudged and misjustice. I'm not saying they're wrong. I don't see it. And it's not because I'm oblivious. It's because in my reality, I just see love and light. And anything that's not inside that, I don't really give it attention. So I don't focus on it. And I spoke earlier today, matter only exists when you give it attention. And if you don't give it attention, then it doesn't matter to you. Something like that. So I'm going to say, yeah, people can experience different levels of awareness. Yeah, for sure. I asked a bunch of people that list, and a lot of people stuck into the fourth and fifth dimension on the spiritual list, and I can receive all the way out. So here you go right now. What dimension or stage of consciousness do you feel you're currently exploring in your own life if you were to go by that list? Golden Eagle.
I don't see it. Oh, there he is.
Oh, you have to unmute yourself and try it again.
Okay, I'm sorry. Where's the list?
Oh, the list that I shared with everybody, the 12 dimensional spiritual list.
And I read it a day or two ago. I don't really remember. I want to say honestly, just with the question, it reminded me of I've referenced it a couple times. That video that the SGF sent me probably a month or maybe 2 months ago, and there was a quick scene in there where the guy had a diagram or a graph, and it showed different levels, and the one of them was love, and I think that's where I'm at. So I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not sure. I have to take a look at the list again to see if that aligns with yours. But so I read it the other day, but honestly, like I said, I was probably half asleep when I read it too. So.
Let me come to this here if it loads quick enough. Sacred Deer, on that list, where do you think?
I don't quite remember what they were. I do know that not too long ago I was talking to Universe Badger, and we were talking about what today's podcast was going to be, and I think I said either the 11th or the 12th. I think it was the 11th.
I think you said the 11th too.
Yeah.
So I'm about to copy and paste the list and put it there. Just so people have the list that we're referring to. It's a lot. It's a long list. So
okay, I just read through it real quick. I'm gonna have to say I probably identify with the infinite possibilities. I think it's number 10.
So is that the 11th or the 12th?
I think it was number 10 for myself.
Number 10? Okay.
Yeah, infinite possibility.
Okay. SGF Graham, I know you're not really hip on the list because you think that because it was made up, and which I agree. So if you were to choose a state of consciousness from that, did you want to or not participate?
I mean, I identify with all of them.
Okay, I'm agreeing. I identify with all of them too. I'm really keen on the omnipresence of all, and I think we're all connected as one. So I'm agreeing with that too. I don't see my neighbors or the strangers or the bum on the side of the road any different than myself at all. Okay, and then Sacred Deer went to go ask his mom something. So, do you want to say something that made a difference to you in your life, Golden Eagle, that made you change how you saw the world compared to how you used to see it when you were younger?
Yeah, probably this last injury.
I couldn't hear you. Would you say?
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I was just saying, probably this most recent injury that I withstood, that definitely changed my perspective on a lot of things, and absolutely how I saw the world in general.
Okay. Okay. There was an accident here the other morning, and death really changes people just like money does. It makes people become a different state of reality because they lost a piece of them, and there was a lot of disrespectful comments and there was a lot of positive comments. It went back and forth on like most social media things. And the wife of the gentleman that ended up passing away said something really important to me that made me like, yeah, I get it. She said that her husband has made every mistake that he has made, he had to pay for it himself, including his death. So if anybody wants to say something to him about it, they could talk to his ashes. And that made me think heavy about a lot. And I'm gonna ask Sacred Deer, what was one thing that made you change how you saw this world? Or I mean, you've always been you. You've always been
Mm,
you.
one thing that made me see the world different. I'd have to say probably like different points of view. Because at first I thought that it was just me seeing different things, but then I talked to Universe Badger about it, and it turns out a lot of people. So it kind of changed how I thought, because I thought it was like some sort of daydream that I was having when it came to spiritual stuff.
Okay, I like that.
That's
Um,
awesome.
Ask Jeff Graham, what is one thing that made a huge difference for you that made you change?
Uh, when growing up, when I was young, growing up, I was constantly told it was my imagination. Um, don't tell nobody else for they think you crazy and all that stuff.
Mm,
Just to grow up and become grown, and the same person that was telling me that when I was young, when I tell them about a premonition dream I had, or I say, hey, you might need to watch my sister for the next 3 days. And then their next response is, you had one of them dreams again. That after that pissed me off that, okay, all my life you believed me, but y'all made me look like I was crazy. After I got off of that emotional roller coaster, I I went back to what I thought things were, and things been back on point since.
yeah, I like that. I get that. Someone really dear to me said to me the other day, I sent them the 12th spiritual dimension. They said, do you send this to everybody? And I said, well, the people I talk to, yeah, but not everybody gets my energy. Not everybody I reach out and talk to. Yet the ones that I do are aligned with how I feel, or they have their own belief system, yet it's still not what society says is norm. And they said, well, you shouldn't send that to everybody. And they weren't being disrespectful. They were saying not everybody's ready for it. And I come back with this: those that know, those that don't won't, not yet, anyways. So it's not my fault that they don't right now, because eventually they will, because everything's going to show itself here shortly, and we're going to have no choice but to see it, because it's the law. And I don't mean illegal and legal and illegal. I don't mean that kind of law. And I don't mean the commandments or anything. I don't mean that kind of law. I'm just telling you, everything has to show itself. Everything, every lie has to be in front, and every story has to be told. It's got to show itself. Whether you choose to see it or not is up to you. But pretty soon you're going to have no choice. So, Golden Eagle, can you read the reflected?
Yeah. Every person walks a different path, and every path offers its own lessons. Whether you believe in 12 dimensions, one dimension, or none at all, growth often begins the moment we become willing to see life from another perspective. Perhaps the journey isn't about climbing higher. Perhaps it's about remembering who we've always been.
So let's do some positive messages. What's your positive message, Golden Eagle?
Do better. We always can. We all have the potential. So, there's nothing to it but to do it. Just do better.
Okay. Or Sacred Deer.
My positive message is speak what you think is true to you, not what other people think. Because if you follow what other people think, you'll never quite understand what you want and what you think.
Oh, I love that. SGF Graham.
All right, my positivity is inspired by I only have 15 hours left on my complete 72 hours, no water, no food, fasting, no water, no food, no nothing, fasting. You can do it. You can not now I'm not saying you can do what I'm doing. I'm saying whatever it is you want to do, you can do it.
I did that dry fast for 3 days, and I'm telling you, that ain't no joke. I done it about a month ago. Ooh, I was so thirsty. So thirsty.
When I tell you I'm going through it with so much ease and grace, like it was maybe yesterday, and not maybe. Yesterday I was telling myself at midnight I'm gonna take a shot glass of water. What do you know? And then I got on my knees and I was like, God, I done made it this far. God within, I done made it this far. Help me make it the rest because I know I can. And I'm talking about immediately. No matter how disgusting anybody think that I'm gonna say right now, immediately my mouth started watering.
Mm,
Like I had the wettest mouth, and I was literally about to spit. And I was like, huh. And I swallowed it, and
yeah.
my complete thirst went away. You can do it.
Oh yeah. It
God,
was
God is within, and you can do it.
Amen. All right.
my positive message is don't try to be like someone else, because then you'll miss the opportunity to being able to be you. And that's kind of what Sacred Deer was saying. So I want to say that tonight we were exploring a powerful concept on the spiritual, or we're going to be exploring on Thursday. On Thursday, we're going to be exploring a powerful concept known as spiritual reframing. What if the greatest transformation in your life doesn't come from changing your past, yet from changing the meaning you give it? What if your pain was preparing you, your setbacks were redirecting you, and your greatest disappointments became your greatest teachers? Tonight, we're asking you to look at your journey through a different lens. And tune in with us on Thursday if you think that you could have something to add to that. Now we want to hear from you. Do you believe spiritual dimensions are real, symbolic, or simply another way of understanding human consciousness? Share your thoughts in the comments. Join us on the live conversations because your voice matters. Thank you for everyone for taking time out of your day to come heal with us. And thank you for sharing your wisdom, your experience, and your perspective. We are the ears that will listen and where your opinion matters. May your day be full of positive energy and high vibrations filled with peace and love. Oh, and Ray shows up as we're leaving.
And I got the text late.
Oh, okay. You wanna leave something? Want to say something real quick on behalf of anything? Like, have you experienced a moment that completely changed the way you view yourself or your reality?
Yes.
Do you
Several.
want to elaborate?
Well, yeah. I guess shit. I've overdosed twice. One time was accidental. One time wasn't. And the second time, what I experienced completely changed the way I look at things. But that's a whole conversation in itself, right there. I'm not doing it justice by just mentioning it. But yes, the answer to your question is yes.
Well, we would love for you to tell your story one of these days too.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really prepared to talk, I guess. I just got the text. You know what I mean? I just saw it and logged on, so I don't know. I mean,
do you believe unconditional love is a higher state of consciousness? Ray, can you hear me? No? Can you hear me? No? Can everybody else hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Do you want to ask him, Golden Eagle, if he believes that unconditional love is a higher state of consciousness?
Yeah, Ray, if you can hear me, do you believe that?
Yeah. Sorry,
Ray,
I didn't come too late.
No, he can't hear nobody.
No. No. Can you hear me, Ray? Nope.
Ask him through the chat. He might see the chat.
Yeah, I don't think he will. He's never been on here before.
Okay.
Oh.
He was in our comments last show, and we invited him. All right. Well, as Ray is having technical difficulties, we're going to wrap this up, and we'll see everybody on Thursday. May your night be full of positive energy and high vibrations filled with peace and love.
Peace, peace.
Bye-bye.
SGF Graham.
Peace, peace, people and family.
Peace, peace.
Let's get to the bottom of this one. Unspoken truths that I miss one. Tap into the minds of the people, rather acknowledge before I dismiss one. Atheists, Muslim, Christians, Buddhists, they all got usage. All got perspective, it's a collective. Get to the bottom where the truth is, where the heart's uncovered. Where you detox from all of the lies you smothered. When them tries could have killed you, but with faith you recover. Yup. Peel off the makeup, we finna take off. Never said it'd be a cakewalk. Meditate till we charged up. Execute goes regardless. Decalcify my pineal. Breaking language barriers, we saw millennials. Planets passing age rotations, down mean we owe. So down mean we know. Sometimes we can be slow, that's why my ears open. Every drop you add could complete the ocean. Speak up, play your part too. Been vulnerable, it's so hard to.